Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome to some more Eternal gameplay. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing a draft because I've had a couple of different people request this. Just as a heads up, I don't draft much in Eternal. I don't particularly enjoy it, is probably the reason why, and I'm probably going to be terrible at it. But we're going to give it a shot. Alrighty. Well, Devastating Setback seems okay. It's very versatile. The problem being that it's the only shadow card in the pack, which isn't super important, I don't guess, because it wouldn't put other people into shadow, which this is asynchronous drafting anyway, so I'm not for certain how much that matters. Also, like Into the Furnace, in general and limited, removal is at a premium. First Shot Rioters, okay, I suppose. See, both Emerald Spear and Valkyrie Arcanist have gotten nerfed recently, so that may speak to their power level. For now, though, I think we're going to go with the removal, which also recently got a buff. This one, a positive one. It's a fast spell now, so we'll take that. Then that is going to sort of move us in the direction of Grenadins. Powder Keg Rider seems okay. Could also be Fire and Time and try to go into sort of a Sentinels thing. I think, though, that Powder Keg Rider is our best choice here. Again, I'm not certain about any of these picks. These are just gut feelings. I do not know what I'm talking about. Right, Trailmaker is a good constructed card. Not really a fan of Cryptic Etchings. Fishing Dinoc would be good if we could get into a Dino theme, but we are already on our way on Grenadin. Unpredictable Outlaw if we could get some more Gunslingers. Kind of tempted just to stay that so that we can stay Fire and not really be forced to pick a second faction yet. And I think that's what we're going to do. We'll take that and stay in Fire for now. Got another Powder Keg Rider. Kind of puts our curve a little high, but we've got a lot of cards to go. Don't see anything off the bat that's wanting me to go into another faction. No bombs or anything. Sandbinder Sentinel's pretty good. Knocks down a flyer, and it's got a decent body. I think, though, we're going to try to still stay on theme and take our Powder Keg Rider. Scrap Hound is a Grenadin. Stone Scar Sawed Off would be much more intriguing to me if it was a relic weapon, because then it would be removal. I think we'll go with the Scrap Hound. Right, got a Temple Raider that's an Explorer there. So potentially could get some Explorer / Sentinel synergies of a sort. Not a fan of Scourstone Sentinel at all. Doesn't mean it's bad though. Remember, I'm not great at this. Temple Raider, let's take that. It's also in our faction, so now we have to pick something off faction. We have no Valkyries, so Signal Flag doesn't seem that good for us. I don't think there are any Grenadin in Primal, or Justice for that matter. I think the Grenadin are all Fire and Shadow. So maybe what we pick here is just going to be an unplayable. Guess we'll go for the Slope Sergeant just because. Barkeep's Friend is okay. It's very expensive for what it is. Finback Comonat would put us in Shadow, which is a better pair for our Fire Grenadins here. Umbrum Coaxer is not very good, I don't think. Of course, neither is Trusty Revolver, but I think that that's what I'm going to be picking. Yeah, we'll take that. Don't know if we want a third powder keg rider. Let's go with a flashy duelist. That'll keep our curve relatively low. Also start to give us potentially some gunslinger synergies. Scrap heap. Grenadin have charge. We can pay 5 to make a 1/1 Grenadin. Another into the furnace. I think we want the scrap heap though. Heroic Bravo. Well, we're almost certainly not playing Primal, and we probably won't play this either unless we get some more and better gunslingers, but we'll take this. Sure, unseal. Alright. Well, Shatterglass Mage is good. We're not yet in time, though there is fixing to do that for us. Don't really have any weapons worth reforging. Trusty Revolver's not one that I would want to do that with. Inspire Obedience is a decent kill spell, though it is very expensive. I think with this deck we want to keep our curve relatively low, so this doesn't seem like something that we would want to take. Could take Sorrow's Shroud, just as an additional weapon, because at least Unpredictable Outlaw wants to have a weapon plate on it. Kinda tempted to just take the Praxis banner. Really not impressed with anything in here. This would give us fixing so that in the future we could take better time cards. I think that's what I'm going to do. Don't like Burning Glaive, it's way too expensive. Young Gun seems okay-ish. I mean, we could also always just take a Xenon Stranger. It fixes for time as well. Also keeps our curve low. I think that is the plan that we're on. We'll take the Stranger. Not seeing anything in this pack that I'm incredibly interested in. Scare is not great at all. Don't like Swear Vengeance. Cannon Bearer is alright, I guess. It is another gunslinger. Could make playing it, might make Heroic Bravo worth playing. Though Thunderhoof Warrior is lower on the curve and we are at present missing 4-drops, we have none. If we had any way to fix for Primal, Mortar would be a consideration because, as we said, removal is at a premium in Limited. But I think for now we're going to take the Thunderhoof Warrior. Striped Arachnodon is not a bad card, but I don't want to take something that's double time. There's just not much for us in this pack. Don't like to take the buffing strangers unless we're hardcore on a stranger deck, because a lot of people play strangers just to fix. At least that's what I do the few times that I do actually draft. Think that we're just going to take another stranger. Even though it's a weak 2-drop, it is a 2-drop. Might not end up playing it, of course. Journeyman Armorer is something that would be worth splashing for, I think. Though Direwood Prowler has good synergy with a lot of the Grenadin stuff because they have Leaves play effects. Yeah, I think we'll go for the Direwood Prowler. There's another Grenadin. I think we probably have to take that. Don't think anything else fits with what we're doing, so we'll grab that. Could take some other fixers, could take this to try to get into Primal. Seems bad in a low-to-the-ground aggressive deck, which is what we're trying to put together here. Don't really see anything else that I want to take though, so we'll just hedge. Grenadin Cannoneer is interesting. We might take that. I think Sparkbot's better though. It's lower on the curve, lets us go wide. Honestly, a rally might not be a bad pickup in what we're doing. Let's go for the Sparkbot. Well, we have a trusty revolver. Haven't really picked up any other weapons. Cabal Bludgeoner could potentially be good if we pick up some good weapons. Skeeter is not great. I think we'll go ahead and grab this Bludgeoner. Might not end up making the cut, but it is another 4-drop for us, which is a fairly empty slot. Well, looks like we got another crack at Cannon Bearer, and I think it's the best choice in the pack, so we'll grab it. Longshot Marksman seems okay. And we have no choice, so we'll grab the Archaeologist. Well, Cloud of Ash is kind of tempting, but I think it's a trap. I think this card overall is just not very good. Plague could potentially be good in Limited. Not really seeing anything that actually goes with what we're doing. I think Daze is just awful. So we're going to just go ahead and grab this Plague. Again, a card that might not actually make the final deck. Combust, though, is something that is definitely going with the Grenadin theme. Blackguard Sidearm is actually pretty good too, and we are wanting good weapons. I think, though, that we need to hedge on the side of removal. Hopefully we can get some other Grenadins that replace themselves when they die. Morningstar's decent. Rakano Stranger is okay, can fix for fire if we don't happen to draw that. Stonescar Stranger, though, fixes perfectly. Obsidian Golem is good. This pack is one that I wish the cards were kind of spread out over several packs, because I could see myself taking either the Golem or the Morningstar. I think we're going to hedge on the Morningstar, though, since our 2-drop slot is fairly robust as it is. Maybe this will wheel back around. Nightblade's okay, it's unblockable. Rapid Shot is great. See, I think we're going to take the Rapid Shot. Combat Tricks are excellent. Could go Knife Jack. Would make us super aggressive. Don't think Knife Jack is as good and limited as it is in Constructed, though, where you can build the whole deck around it. Or around, you know, low drops like it. Still tempted to take another Stranger. This, as I said, fixes us perfectly. Gives us both the factions that we want. But as we are on the aggro train, I suppose we should just try to go hyper in that direction. Take the Knife Jack. Devour is a card that synergizes well with a lot of Grenadin. Don't know how heavy we're going to actually be able to get into the Grenadin slot. We're almost through with this pack and we only have one more coming up. Could take the Back Alley Bouncer to try to fill out our 4-drop slot a little bit more. I think I'm going to do that and take the Back Alley Bouncer. Rampage seems okay. Don't want any of these other cards, so we'll grab that. Again, Daze is awful. Don't want any of these, we'll take the Copper Hall Recruit. If we were in Justice, I would not at all mind a Mithril Mace. Recogulator is a Grenadin, so let's grab that. Could take a Venom Fang Dagger. Probably won't play it, but of course we're not going to play these either, so there we go. Another Recogulator, think that's fine. Sure, Decay. Not much choice, last card in the pack. Not a huge fan of Hoof Slash. If it gave Overwhelm, I would like it a lot better. Backpacker's Machete, on the other hand, is quite a good weapon. Don't really have any Explorer synergy going on, so that makes it to where we're not incentivized to take the Cave Diver. I think it's just Backpacker's Machete here. Yep, we'll take that. They're offering us a lot of Hoof Slashes. Don't really want them. Helpful Doorbot's a Grenadin, but it's a 0/3 one. Think we would need a lot more weapons to make it worth playing. Vainglory Patrol is just a decent 4-drop, a 3/1 flyer. Yeah, I think we're just going to take the Vainglory Patrol. Seems okay. Got another chance at a Barkeep's Friend. We're not going to be playing any Sentinels with what we've got here, so Temple Raider's not very good. Infused Strike's a half decent combat trick, I suppose. Also keeps our curve low. Finback Comonat is okay. The question is, are we even going to be going up to 6 drops in this deck? I mean, I guess we are if we're going to play Direwood Prowler, but that may be the very top of our curve, and we may only want to play it, just depending on how things shake out. Guess we'll take the Finback. Again, not a huge fan of the Barkeep's Friend. Its cost's just way too high for what it is. Don't think Whirling Duo is something that we can pull off. Spark Hatcher, on the other hand, is a Grenadin that replaces itself, and that's exactly what we want, so let's grab it. Triggerman is a decent gunslinger. Can get Duskcaller to summon some Nightfall. We are a little light on 3 drops as is. Don't know that we have enough gunslingers to enable the bond on this guy, and he's a lot worse as a 5-drop than he would be as, say, a 3-drop. Let's take the Duskcaller. Staff of the Archmagister is not something I think we're in for. Then again, how many spells are we playing, or potentially can play? Yeah, there's only like 5 spells that even have the potential of being played, so at best this would be a 5/5 weapon for 5. Maimed Watchwing is better with Valkyrie synergy. The best pick in the deck may be just a Granite Waystone. Let's grab that. Being offered another Infused Strike there. Still though, I think our best pick in this pack is another Waystone, so we'll grab that. Could pick up a Triggerman now. I mean, I could see us maybe fitting him into the deck. We're not going to be playing any primal stuff, so we'll grab that. Sure, we'll take the Unseen Agent, I guess. Another Powder Keg Rider. Well, sure. Grab another Duskcaller. Alright, so now time to build. Let's put everything in that we think has a chance of being played. There, we're not playing you. That, these two. Maybe not playing you since you aren't a Grenadin. We got quite a few now. Guess there's a chance that you could be played. Let's see. Let's go all of these low drops. Not real sure about Unseen Agent. Maybe a good weapon carrier, but we've not got that many weapons that are worth playing. Don't think we're going to be playing Venom Fang Dagger. We'll throw these in. We may end up cutting them. Put you in there, you. Sure, we'll just throw you in for now. Definitely want the Combust. Probably don't need the Strangers, but we'll see. If we can keep our curve fairly low, we can probably get away with 16 or so power cards. Otherwise, we're going to want to play 17 plus. See what this looks like over here. Our curve looks fairly good. See, we've got 23 units. Trusty Revolver. Let's see what it looks like if we start cutting some of the non-Grenadin stuff. Unpredictable Outlaw is definitely weaker than Longshot Marksman, so let's take that out. Get out of there. Not real sure about Unseen Agent either. Let's see, could cut some from the top of the curve. Not super happy about Triggerman or the Finback Comonat, though that's lowering our unit count. Guess you can sort of count Scrap Heap as a unit, since it can potentially make one every turn, which is maybe an endorsement for playing a bit more power. If we ran as is, we would be running 16 power. We are going up to 6 drops, so actually I would like to get to 17 power, I think. If we don't have a weapon, then Cabal Bludgeoner's straight up weaker than Back Alley Bouncer. Of course, maybe Plague's just not worth running. There are certain draft decks that it will absolutely blow out, though. Yeah, I think we're going to cut the Plague. I don't think we want to lower our unit count anymore. Overall, this seems okay, I suppose. We're a little heavier on fire than we are on shadow. We would like to hit double fire on turn 3 if possible, and we don't need double shadow until turn 6. I think we definitely want to play our Waystones that we drafted, which leaves us 15. Think we'll go 8 and 7. Could get a little more mathy and pull up a hypergeometric calculator, but I think this is fine for our purposes. Let's do this. Again, please don't expect us to win. Alrighty. Well, we've got a turn 2 play, then nothing till turn 4. I think our deck wants to get a faster start than this. Let's redraw. Well, I mean, that could be real good if we could fire off some powers. We're on the draw, so at least we get an extra draw at it. Don't think we're going to be playing a scrap heap on turn 3. We do have the revolver for our unseen agent, though, so at least it's going to be 2 damage a turn. They have 1 too, though. Alright, well, let's join the party, shall we? Need to draw some fire. Alright. Finally. Awesome. Let's attack. We'll play you out. Then we can double spell this turn, so we'll do that. Right? What you thinking there, opponent? Final Shot Rider, okay. Well, you're not deadly yet. We could combust you, then swing for 2. Could just equip here and swing for 2. Sadly, we didn't draw a 4th power, so we're not going to be able to play Recogulator. Could just swing in, holding up Rapid Shot. I think that's what we're going to do. We'll equip here and attack with everything. Okay, so we definitely want to do this. Seems alright. Let's pass back. Don't really have any interaction for their unblockable guy yet. Luckily, it doesn't seem like they have any interaction for ours either. Alright, a 4/4 flyer. Might be worth killing. Would allow us to get in for 3 this turn. We could also play out our duelist. Yeah, I think we're going to do this. We'll sacrifice and kill that. Play our duelist and attack for 3. Do need to draw some more powers. Got a lot of stuff we'd like to play out. Opponent's not having any trouble hitting their power drops. Well, goodbye to you. Or no, you? Really? You're really afraid of Scraphound that much? Guess I could give it +5/+5, but we don't even have a 4th power yet, so... Right, got a Triggerman there. Dustcaller could maybe help us draw a power. Definitely going to attack with these two. If they want to trade here, I'm fine with that. Cool. Lay you out. Alright, combust of their own, so trading your unblockable for my unblockable. Of course, we get a trusty revolver back. Well, sidearm. Okay, they're playing a bludgeoner. Dark Return, you're unblockable. Nope, Pouncing Drake. Okay. Makes sense. Play that there, but it's still not big enough to kill that. We have still not drawn a 4th power, which is really unfortunate for us. Don't think we can trigger Spark for our Spark bot. At this point, I think our best play is just to do this. Get our Scout. Oh, there's a Waystone. I could put it on the bottom trying to dig for another red, but I don't think that's a smart move. At least we can block here profitably now. Going to end the turn. Alright, they got 2 flyers. I mean, we could play out ours, but it's not anywhere in the same league as this Pouncing Drake is. Definitely want to do that. So, Vainglory, Patrol, Recogulator, or Sparkbot plus Sidearm. That's what we have available. Could play the Sidearm here and attack. They would have to either trade this for it or 2 things. Don't think there's any chance at all they'll trade the Pouncing Drake. If they choose not to block, we can play our Spark Bot with the trigger. Let's try that. If they just want to chump, I think we're perfectly happy with that too, but nope. Right. So do we want to kill this or kill 2 of these? That's a very good question. I think this thing is the bigger problem. Right, we didn't get a trigger, but I think we have to play Sparkbot out, unfortunately. This game's going to be over rather quickly now. We're going to be taking 7 a turn. We can play Vainglory Patrol next time and either chump or trade with this. That is, if they don't have removal. Alright, we could play Recogulator here. That would make for certain we go to 3. Yeah, I think this game has just been lost. We'll play this out. Got stuck on 3 power for way too long. Think we could have made a game of it if we'd hit our power drops. Alright, well, we are dead. Good game, opponent. I think we're going to mulligan this. Seems a bit better. At least we can cast our stuff this time. Lead off with a fire. Alright, so hopefully we're not on course to flood out here. That would be really unfortunate. See, we'll go with this first. Right Mace Paladin, okay. Well, let's see if opponent is willing to trade. They are not. Hopefully they don't have a weapon for that. Go with a Recogulator. Yep, no blocks. Sure. Scout away. Looks like they're willing to keep that. Anytime you want to stop giving me powers now, deck, I would very much appreciate that. Alright, well, that's a combo. I don't think we can beat that if we don't draw some removal. And about the only thing we've got that can kill that is a Combust. Let's see. We'll do that. Get our Grenadin. Then we'll play out a Patrol and the Grenadin. Powder Keg Rider wouldn't be a horrible draw here either. Alright, there's an Arcanist. Unfortunately, when that dies, they get a Gem Blade too. Let's see. I think we're going to play our Scrap Heap and our Hound. And we're just going to end the turn. Denouncer. They definitely have the advantage in the air. We can start doing this every turn now, though. And we have an unblockable to start pecking away. Think I would rather kill the Valkyrie than to give them a Gem Blade. Yeah, we're dead. We're super dead. Bottom, please. We need something better than that. Do that. They've got a 2-turn clock. Piercing Grief? Sure, why not? Block it with a Recogulator, I suppose. And there's basically nothing we can draw right now to even give us a shot. Good game, opponent. At least from your side. So here's where the rubber meets the road, folks. Can we get a win? Just a single win. Well, not with this hand, we can't. Or are we relegated to the 2 pity chests? And this is somewhat better than the first hand, at least. Got a little bit of aggro going on. Still need to draw some fire. Our deck has not been particularly kind to us when it comes to drawing correct power as of yet. They're playing a helpful Doorbot. It's not very helpful for us. No use to attack. Well, I guess there could be. We could be bluffing a combat trick. They may not block. Yeah, we'll attack. Sure, get 1 through. Let's go with the Dusk Collar. Maybe we can draw a fire sigil next turn. Maybe there's one lurking under this cannon bearer. Yay, there is. Awesome. Alrighty. Well, let's suit this girl up. Trusty revolver. Let's bottom that. I want at least one more power. And then we'll swing with these two. Saving the tick-tock for a better target for combust. May actually get to play our first powder keg rider. That's a good target for combust. Let's do that. Swing. Sure. Just gonna hold on to this rampage. Maybe we'll draw a 5th power and we can play out our powder keg rider. We did. Let's do that. Alright, here we go. Sadly, our other Grenadin are dead, so we can't give it the buff. Well, tick-tock's on top of the deck, so it'll be back sometime, maybe, if we last that long. That's a bit of an issue. This lets us go through it. Of course, then this will be a 5/3. Sad that this is not a fire, so that we could play Cannon Bearer. Think we need to get in there though, so let's attack with those. Alright, got a rampage, so at least we're trading. Big Doorbot. Alright, what you scheming there? Something with Echo. Right. Sure. I think that was rather aggressive of the opponent to attack there. Guess they're planning on blocking with this. Alright. Recoagulate it up. Yep. Guess we're getting gunned down. Not attacking now, though. Finally drew a fire sigil. Think we have to play it. Right about now, scrap heap would be awesome. We could start making ourselves an army.
Ain't nowhere to hide.
All right. Think we're just going to sit back on our blockers and try to have Unseen Agent finish this job. It's all determinant on them having no removal, though. Figured they had a third faction. Don't think there's anything in Fire or Shadow that has Echo. Well, that's unfortunate. That is a horrible card. I may not know much about draft, but straight life gain I know for certain is not good. Alright, well, let's attack. We got rapid shot. Alright, I'll do that. Gonna hold this sigil. We've got more than enough power to play our stuff. Alright, so that thing's deadly, so we're almost certainly going to need to rapid shot this next turn. Yeah, gain some life. Can't block it. Don't think I would if I could. Alright, well, let's swing in again. Rapid shot. Play out our duelist.
Just keep moving.
Right, got quite a few gunslingers on their side. They've got a tick-tock too. I think we're severely disadvantaged at this point though. Got to keep attacking with that. Probably going to attack with this too, since it can trade with whatever blocks it. Alright. Just gonna pass. Barkeep's friend, okay? Okay, that was probably the worst one you could have killed, I think. Unless you were just wanting the sidearm, I guess. Guess you were so you can trade here. We could swing out. They could eat this, chump that, take 3. Then we'd be dead on the backswing if, well, we got a recogulator to play. I think swinging out's our best chance at winning, so we're going to do that. Okay, they choose to trade. And we'll play you. A bludgeoner. Need to draw a combust. Just that? Really? Yeah, I think we gotta block it. Guess they're scared of the cards in our hand. That's a decent draw. So we could swing in, lose 2, deal 4, take them to 3. They've got 8 coming back. This gives us 1 blocker, so if they have any removal spell, we'll die. We could swing with all but 1. Take them to 4. Yeah, I think we're going to swing with all but 1. That can hedge us for 1 removal spell. Very, very close here.
Safe travels.
Well, that helps them out a lot. All right. So we're taking 4 for sure because we just can't block this thing. Which means we actually have to chump twice. Glad we held 1 back. Chump both of those. And we are dead. Yep, no matter which way you cut it, we are dead. Good game. Oh, well, got shadow level 35 at least. There's that. But now you see why I don't make draft videos, generally. I am awful at it. But I promised, so there it is. But thank you for watching anyway, as I stumbled and bumbled through this. like a drunken sailor. If you managed to enjoy this video in spite of that, then there is a like button below. And until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.